So here's where we're going to see some information just at a glance, right? If we don't know what we're looking at, one of the first things you can do is you select your damage curve. So you click your name, but not on your name where it's going to link to it. You click it in this little area here, and you've got your own personal damage curve. So you see you've got increase in damage while everybody's increasing in damage, and then down here, this is when we're phasing from phase 1 to phase 2, and then we've got more damage. This is when the worm burrows, come back up, come down, spike, and spike. So if you just click your name like that and check your damage curve against the raid's damage curve, you can see if you're missing out on anything. So I think like right here, I may have a snowballed on me or something like that because I dipped for about 15 seconds. But if you see this be flat, right, where everybody else is spiking, you can go and then investigate what happened there and why you didn't spike as hard as everybody else. And that is a massive amount of damage. I mean, I'm doing 24k DPS at the top here, and same over here, 25k. So those two things are going to just pull your total average damage done up by a ton. I'm going to show you how to zoom in case you're not familiar with that. So you click and drag and select, then let go, and now you're back, and now you're zoomed into whatever section of the fight you want to see. When you go to reset, you click reset zoom. I'm going to do it one more time, drag, select, reset zoom. There's a couple of other things on here. These magenta things are the phase markers, so they shift phases of the fight. This blue part is bloodlust. The red are people dying. You can get a feel for what happened in a fight and when things are going on on your logs and on other people's logs that you look at just kind of at this quick glance here. The next thing is you can look at pet damage versus personal damage. So you see these little secondary bars. My mirror images are doing 32k damage over the course of the fight. Not that impressive, but if you're a pet class like a hunter or like a demo lock or even a AF lock, any kind of enhance or elemental shaman, if you can see in that fight when you compare your logs later in the videos what people who are really killing it are doing with their pet, right? So if a demo lock, for example, and I have no idea, is doing 30% of his overall damage with his pet, then here we have 18% damage. That's very clear. We can figure out how to find that extra damage. The next thing is this activity percent. You really just want to keep it up high. Above 90 means you did pretty good. It's calculated a little wonky, but ultimately you want that number to be as high as you can. A good indicator to look at is pretty much always going to be Ellie. He is super active, very rarely not casting. He's something to aspire to mechanically. Obviously, in this fight, I kicked his ass because he's bad. But you want that activity to be as high as possible. That's how you do damage.